Okay, good evening and welcome everyone from whatever part of the world that you are joining us from. We are continuing our series on investing in the financial markets. And by popular request, today we'll be looking at trading US stocks. A lot of people have been asking me from all over the place. I get so many DMs on TikTok and especially on Facebook, and people are asking, how do we trade the US stocks? So first of all, disclaimer, I do not yet trade US stocks, and I'm going to tell you why in just a moment. So that's full disclosure, but because the processes are the same, the principles are the same, I'm going to tell you exactly how you are going to invest in the US stocks. The principles are the same, the methods are the same, the mental processes are exactly the same as what I'm doing. And in fact, in the course of tonight's meeting, I would actually set up an account. So I'll try to set it up live, set up an account on Bamboo for trading in US stocks. And so we can do that practically. We can do that practically so that we see, firsthand. I'm doing it for the very, very first time, just like some of you will be doing it for the very first time. So we will see, using the steps that we have here, we'll see how far we can go today and possibly even buy a stock today using Bamboo. So, but we're going to go through it step by step. But before we do that, and while we do that, I would like all of you to introduce yourself in the chat, and then those of you on Facebook in the comment section. Where are you watching from? What is your experience level with investing in the financial markets? And are you a beginner? Are you advanced? Are you a professional? Just let us know. And what do you want to get out of tonight's meeting? So that will help me, because this is dynamic. This is coaching. It is not a lecture, so that I'll be able to tailor what I'm going to be sharing to what your needs are exactly. But so many people have been asking, how do they trade US stocks? And there are good reasons to do that. I'm going to tell you the advantages of trading in US stocks. But everybody go to the comment section and to the chat, those of you on Zoom. And those of you on Facebook, if you would like to join so that you can see the things I'm going to be sharing, because at some point we are going to do the demo of opening the platform for trading US stocks, so that you can see that live. Otherwise, you can always go back to the replay on my YouTube channel and then watch the replay. Far Beyond is asking for the Zoom link. The Zoom link, I've actually sent it twice on my page on Facebook this evening, but let me copy it. Let me copy it and send to you on Facebook, because I think it will really be nice if you can see the things I'm going to be sharing, and then you also watch the demo. So those of you on Facebook, I have just posted the link in the comment section. So you can click that and join us. Okay, so let's have some little bit of intro right now. And I think actually it's okay for some of you on Zoom to raise your hand if you want to speak. If you want to speak instead and talk about your investment experience, your investment aspirations, your financial aspirations, just go ahead and then raise your hand, and then I will call you. You can unmute and tell me. what's going on with you financially, and what is your experience in the financial market? What are you hoping to get? What should I help you with? All right, so if you want to speak, that's fine. You can raise your hand. So Caroline, please unmute and then tell us.
Yes. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, sir. Well, I'm a beginner, a careful beginner, a conservative beginner at that. My expectation or my financial aspiration is to be able to like save enough money for the kids secondary school, for targeted secondary school, but they are still in primary. And I'm just in the process of thinking of how best to go about it, which stock to buy, because and then again, I have discovered or analyzed it, and it looks like the time frame is short because I have a grade 5 child. It's not as if I'm single parenting anyway, but just to be able to assess those schools in mind,
Right.
is the goal.
Fantastic. Thank you, Caroline, for sharing that. And that's the way every one of us should think. Because investing, it's exactly how you pay, how you fund your future. So whatever you invest today is what you're going to pay yourself in the future. And the power of investing when it comes to major projects like funding our children's education, or buying our home, or sending the children to special schools to give them really very good experiences in life, you actually start planning it as soon as you can. As soon as you can. I was listening to a gentleman who is very versatile in the stock market. He's been investing for as long as he's been alive. He learned from his father. So some of you who were privileged to have parents who knew about the financial markets, you're really, really privileged. So this gentleman was talking about how he bought NACO. NACO is a Nigerian company at 9 naira, three years ago. So he bought 1 million. Okay, everybody, please mute yourself and only talk when you are asked to unmute and talk. And then Kayode had requested to be, Kayode, are you here? Requested to be a co-host so that you can control so Kayode, I've just made you a co-host, okay? So manage our microphones and, mute people and, just keep the place disciplined. All right, Clifford Lucky, please mute yourself. All right, so Caroline, so that's a very excellent financial objective. And that is the way to think. Listen, when I speak when it appears I'm speaking very harshly to Africans with regards to religion, it's not that I have any problems with you being religious. But the problem is that many times we leave our common senses, especially when it comes to something like money. How in the world do you gather people? You call yourself a man of God, a pastor, a prophet, and you gather people in one location. Many of you know what I'm talking about. It's happening even as I'm talking to you. And then you tell them, you call it, I don't know what they call it, but it's like some kind of mystery money or money miracle service or something like that. So I saw this particular one. It's not hearsay. I saw a clip of the pastor prophesying into people's bank accounts. He told them to lift up their phones, and then people lifted up their phones, and then he would shout, I command Zenith Bank, I'm commanding you, send money into these people's accounts. And then they will shout, Amen. And then they say, Guaranteed Trust Bank, I command you, begin to send money into this people's bank account. And I look at the crowd. They're educated people. They went to the university. And then, so when I talk about these things, they say, I'm talking about pastors. No, I'm not talking about them. I'm just talking about the stupidity, why we don't think, because that's not how to make money. Okay, mute yourselves. Okay, that's not how to make money. So shortly after this, I'm going to share with you the 4 ways you make money, the famous cash flow quadrants that Robert Kiyosaki prophesied. So Caroline, I like the way you are thinking, because I remember also when my children were very, very young, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I bought stocks for them. Now they are all grown-up men. One is married. They're all grown up, living on their own and all that. But it's amazing what the little money I invested when I was buying Access Bank for like 2 naira or 3 naira for them. And today, I don't know what Access Bank is today, but it's probably like 30 something naira over the years. Then I was telling you about a gentleman who was privileged to have a father who introduced him to the financial markets. He said 3 years ago, he bought NACO at 9 naira and he bought 10 million worth. He bought 10 million naira worth of it, like 1 million shares at 9 naira. Today, NACO is 50 naira. So can you imagine 10 million naira just 3 years ago, according to him? That 10 million naira 3 years ago is 50 something million naira today. 50 something million naira today. So this is how you plan for the future. This is how you sit down as a person and say, okay, where do I see myself in the next 10 years? Where do I see myself? Where do I see my family? Where do I see the children? Where do I see the kind of education that I want to provide for my children? I was asking myself this question before I got married. And that was the very reason that I left the job I was doing before I got married, because before I got married, I was working at a job that was paying me less than 5,000 naira. Actually, that job started at, I believe it was 1,800 naira or something like that. Then they raised it to 2,000 something, and then later to about 5,000 naira. And it was such a very poor job. It wasn't meeting my needs. So at my late 20s, I now asked myself, wait a minute, is it this kind of job that I will use to give my children the kind of education that I want to give them? Is it this job that I will use to, share, provide for my wife, whom I plan to love, whoever I was going to marry long before I got married? And then I said, no, that job cannot carry it. That's why I quit that job and went back to retool myself, in the postgraduate school. And it was that retooling that gave me the access to working in Shell and working in Chevron, and then eventually being able to give the children the kind of education I had dreamt about. I had dreamt about it before now. So that's a very, very good thing you're doing. So you invest today, you think about the implication of the children's education, the implication of the house you want to build in the future, and what you need to do today to make it happen. That's that's also why you're here. That's great. Okay, I need to hear from 1 or 2 more people. What are your financial aspirations, and then what are your expectations, attending my sessions? Okay, I can take 1 or 2 more people. You can raise your hand if you want to speak, and then I will identify you. I will also read what I have in the chat. Okay. Stephen Idoko from Nasarawa. Okay, beginner. All right, very good. What information can a trader deduce from the order book? Okay. All right. So we have Nketu. Nketu is watching from Lesotho. And Lesotho and Nketu is a beginner. Dollar or Waduge is watching, joining us from Michigan, USA, beginner, interested in learning how to trade and invest. Okay, very good. Okay, so now let's talk about investing in the US stocks, which is actually the main thing. I said I would tell us first of all why I'm not doing it yet. There are two main reasons. Number one, I have not finished exploring the incredible opportunities in the Nigerian stock market. In fact, and the foreigners, including Americans themselves and Europeans, are flooding the Nigerian stock market, okay, because of the incredible opportunities there. So they themselves are coming here. So I have not finished making the most of our local market. There's just so much more. So I do not have, which is the second reason, I do not have the volume of capital that would give me in the US stocks the kind of income I'm making in the Nigerian stock market. Because like in Nigerian stock market, sometimes I'm able to do like 40% in 1 month. I'm able to do like 40% in 1 month. So for me, I haven't finished exhausting the opportunities here. Having said that, that is not to discourage anyone who wants to trade in the US stocks. Why? Because there are advantages to doing that. The most important advantage is that it gives you the opportunity to earn in a foreign currency, in a stronger currency. I was watching a video clip today of the various exchange rates of African currencies to $1. I don't want to go to how $1 became like 10,000 leons, Sierra Leone leons. Okay, so some of you are watching from Sierra Leone. I know I have quite a following from Sierra Leone. I cannot explain how the dollar is 10,000 units of your currency. When you have the diamonds, you have the gold, you have all those incredible minerals. It's just incredible. I love Sierra Leone. It's a place I like to go again and again. The beaches are fantastic, and then there's this restaurant where you go in there by the beach, and they go into the sea and dive in and bring out these king prawns and prepare such a fantastic dish, for you. Now, I cannot explain how $1 is 10,000 leons. I cannot explain why $1, I remember very clearly in 1978, 1979, when I was in secondary school. I actually went to two secondary schools. I started in 1978 in one school locally, and then in 1979, I passed the federal government college. So I had to go and repeat class 1 and start federal government college of Kigbe. So I still remember the Naira was stronger than the dollar. The Naira was like 1 Naira to $1.10. And if there's anybody here who is older, who is as old as I am or older, you can confirm what I'm telling you. In 1978, 77, you could travel to London and back with less than 200 Naira. Less than 200 Naira. Today, your 200 Naira can't even buy you peanuts. So I cannot explain how $1 that was like 95 kobo, just a few years later, about 40 years later, that same $1 is now 1,700 Naira. So there's something going on, and I don't want to go into it, but I'm speaking in codes, especially to people in Africa. I'm speaking in codes. There's more than meets the eye. Why should African currencies, $1, be 10,000? And yet you are the one that have the raw material. You are the ones that have the cocoa. You are the ones that have the gold. You are the ones that have the uranium. You are the ones that have the cobalt. You are the one that have all these natural resources, the cassava, the everything, you know? So we need to wake up. And I hope one or two people here understand where I'm going with it. And that's actually the bigger vision of why I do what I decided to do for 1,000 days. This to bring this to your awareness. You see, creating wealth isn't just about staying in the room and listening to gossip blogs and celebrity. You have to understand what is going on in the larger economic systems, in the money systems of the world, in the financial systems of the world. Okay, because the financial systems of the world, and then the trade balances in the world don't favor Africa. They don't favor Africa, unfortunately. And then you see, Africa has more than 1.3 billion people. Africa houses more than 80% of the solid minerals that they use to create all these amazing technologies in the world. But do you know that Africa does not contribute more than 2% or 2.5%, 2.5% to the global GDP? And so that's why I encourage everyone, don't just run after money, read, develop this mindset, because the money you will make will come from here. Your mind is the money-making machine. It is not the cash. It's not your job. It's not even the financial markets. It's your mind. So you need to get educated, learn a lot. Whatever you want to invest in, like we're talking about the US stocks, you really need to understand the things I'm explaining to you. So the advantage of trading the US stocks, number one, is that it allows you to earn a stronger currency in the US dollar. Okay. So number two, it helps you to hedge against the currency devaluations, against the inflation in your country. Number three, it's really cool because it actually gives you a lot more confidence, financially. Because right now, the good thing and another important advantage why you want to trade the US stocks is that 10, 20 years ago, it would have been impossible. It would have been impossible for you to do that. But today, technology has democratized the financial markets. 20 years ago, who were you to be able to trade US stocks? The platforms were not just there. The infrastructure was not just there for you to be able to do that. Even I myself, I have had US bank accounts. I've banked with Chase. When I was working with Chevron, I banked with Chase. Now I bank with Bank of America. I still have that. I also banked with TDS in Canada. But I still had limitations in those days to participate, because if you bank with these US banks, you usually have opportunities to take advantage of some financial assets, to invest in some financial markets. But many times I can't, they wouldn't let me, even though I have an account with the bank, because I don't have something as simple as the social security number. Is always an albatross, But today, you can participate in literally every market in the world. So that's an advantage. So the other reason I'm not trading in the US stocks, apart from the fact that I apologize for that interruption. Okay. So I do not yet have the volume of funds because sincerely, if I don't have $50,000 to $100,000 to play in the US market, it's just a waste of my time personally, because of where I am in my financial goals now. So there's no point, trading $500, $1,000, because if I do, or even $10,000 there, because if I have $10,000, I put it in the Nigerian stock market in 1 year, I can turn that $10,000 in my portfolio. If I want to trade, I can easily turn that $10,000 into $20,000 easily in the Nigerian stock market. I did corn oil. I showed some of you my portfolio the other day. I bought corn oil last year. I don't remember the particular. Let me see if I can just show you in a moment. Okay, so I think I've deleted it. Okay. So, but what I wanted to show you was I made 136% in corn oil, 136% return in corn oil within 4-5 months. And then some of you here who also invested in corn oil, you will also bear witness. So for me, if I don't have 50 to $100,000 really is my base to play in the US stock market. It's not this $20, $50. If I have $100, I will put it in Nigerian stocks. But $100,000, yes, I can start playing in the US market. So it's a good thing for those of you desiring to do that. So here are the steps to do that. And so good thing that I haven't done it. So will we get a chance to try to do it together tonight? So the first step, if you want to invest in US stocks, just like if you want to invest in any market, the first step is to clarify your investment goal. Okay, those of you in Facebook, type it in the comment section. Clarify your investment goal. Ladies and gentlemen, the worst reason you want to invest is there are two bad reasons. Number one, because other people are doing it. There are people who, because I think it's cool to say I'm investing in US stocks. It's cool to say I'm trading Forex, I'm trading crypto. It's cool. You hear all the young people, it's such a cool thing. I think maybe for them in their generation, is maybe the babes like hearing that. They want to see people, who are investing in US stocks. And so you do it because other people are doing it. The wrongest and the worst reason to invest is always because other people are doing so. And people are saying that it is nice. And so you just want to join because other people are doing it. You're almost certain to lose that money. So that's a bad reason to invest, just because other people are doing it. I was thinking about the second reason. It slipped me. I'll say that when it comes back to me. But it's always important to clarify why you are investing in the US stock market. So like I've already said, you might be investing because you want to hedge, you want to earn money in a foreign currency, which if you ask me, I would say if you're an African, it is a must for the reasons I've explained earlier. I would make it a must, everybody here, for you to earn money in foreign currency. And then to go from just earning money in foreign currency to earning it monthly, then to earning it weekly, and then to earning it daily. I do daily. And like I said, it's not a lot of money, but at least every day I earn $1. And then the reason I'm doing it is the principle. Okay, is in the principle. So hopefully sometime in the future it will scale. Okay. Now, you might be doing it because you want to hedge against the inflation, the currency fluctuations in your country's currency. And that's a very good thing. And then you might be doing it because you want to save money in dollars, to accumulate money in dollars with the goal to sometime in the future, you want to send your child to study in the United States. Okay, so if you do this consistently and you get good at it for the next 10 years, like Caroline's children are in primary school right now. So for the next 10 years, when they are ready to get into college, into the university, who knows, if you really understand what you're doing very well, like I've told you, the money is not in the market. The money is in your knowledge of the market. And then not just any knowledge, your applied knowledge. You and I can make $10,000 a day today in the US stocks. The only thing stopping you is not that there is no $10,000 to be made every day for each of us, but it's because we don't have the applied knowledge to be able to do it. So this is why developing your mind is so important, when it comes to that. So clarify your investment goal. Are you trading or investing? There are two different things. Are you trading or investing? Who knows the difference between trading and investing? Because I think sometimes we mix up the terms. So type it in the comment section in the chat, if for those of you on Zoom, and then those of you on Facebook. Okay, those of you on Facebook, type it. What is the difference between trading and investing? Okay. Let me see. There are a couple of comments on Facebook. There's a couple of comments here. Grace Mumbi says, this is the elephant in the room. See the panic among African leaders when Trump announced he will cut US aid. Okay. Yeah, Grace, I guess you were referring to, what I was talking about the, how Africa is seriously marginalized in the macroeconomic, in the geopolitics and macroeconomic context that's affecting what we are doing. Yeah, that's the elephant in the room. Trump says he's cutting aid, and then people are freaking out. And I mean, is Trump your president? Is he your is what they are giving you? I mean, aren't you even ashamed that you're a beggar? Okay. Zuka says, what is the difference between trading and investing? Yeah, that's the question I'm asking. Okay. No, I'm not asking you to type the question. I'm asking you to respond to it. Okay, so let me see the answers we have on Zoom. Let me see the answers we have on Zoom. Okay, so Kayode says, trading is short-term for capital gains. Investment is for passive income long-term. Absolutely, I agree with that. Okay. Toby says, trading is short-term, investing is long-term. I agree with that. And Kayode, I like that you mentioned something about capital gains and then passive income. Very, very true. Very, very true. So passive income is the income that continues to come to you. You actually invest once and then you reap several times. It could be dividends. Companies like GT Bank, I think Zenith too, pay dividends twice in the year, and they continue to do that. So Mtochukwu says, I think trading is short-term buying and selling of commodities. While investing is buying commodities and holding for a specific time. Absolutely. Tam says, hey, Tam, my darling. Tam is joining us from Estonia, I believe. Okay. So investment may not return big immediately. That's correct. But if you have a good knowledge about trading, you can make big returns overnight. Absolutely. So trading is riskier than investing. Both of them are actually risky, but trading is riskier. And those of you who trade Forex, you can attest to that, because you can blow up your accounts like within minutes. But at the same time, that account, you can trade $1,000. And if you trade big lots, and then you enter with the right market structure, you can get, like 200 pips or 100 pips, and then that your $1,000 can become literally $12,000, within 1 hour. But at the same time, that $1,000, if it goes the other way, you can kill it like within few minutes. So that's very correct, Tam. Thank you very much. Okay, so we have done justice to clarifying your goals for entering the US stock market. So are you trading or are you investing? Because both of them have different consequences. Then number two, you choose a platform. What I have been seeing among friends and people, acquaintances who are trading US stocks, I've been hearing Bamboo and Trove, particularly Bamboo. So that's the one we are going to test tonight. And then for those of you who want to start trading US stocks, one of the things that you can do tonight using what we're going to do is to at least set up your trading account. Whether you're trading the Nigerian Stock Exchange or trading NASDAQ, the New York Stock Exchange, you always have to find a platform. In the case of Nigerian Stock Exchange, you are going to need a licensed stockbroker. You can also trade the Nigerian Stock Exchange using Bamboo, but you tend to pay more in commission, if not double. So you can use the Nigerian licensed stockbrokers to trade the Nigerian stocks very, very easily. They provide you all the tools that you need to trade live in the market. So the next thing is to set up your trading account. And then the next step is, after setting up your trading account, to fund it. So you're going to put some, US dollars there. And I think we're going to find out together that the Bamboo, which is a fintech actually, allows you to fund. Some of these platforms allow you to fund in Naira, and then it's available in dollars. So we're going to find out. But like my Forex account, the Forex dealer I'm using, the platform I'm using allows you to fund the account in Naira. So if you want to put in $500 there, you tell them, and then they give you the rate for the day. You transfer that in Naira, and then they make $500 available for you. Then the next step is to fund your account. When you fund your account, then you are ready to start trading or investing. But before you do that, you have to research the listings. For many of us, we depend on just word of mouth, somebody giving us stock tips or stock recommendation. But I really want you to move as a beginner. Yes, somebody can give you stock recommendation, but as a beginner, but as you grow, you really, really need to master research, because the secret of profit is in research. Can somebody just type that? Okay, all of you on Facebook, please type that. Reverend Energy says, I am using Bamboo and it is very nice. Okay, Reverend, I wish you were with us on Zoom, because we would have liked you to come on. If you can join us on Zoom, and then, or if anybody on Zoom already uses Bamboo, just raise your hands, and then I can allow you to share your experience, with it. But what I'm hearing on Facebook is that it's actually a very excellent platform. I use Kuda Bank as well. And I find that many of these fintechs like Kuda are, they have APIs to Bamboo. You can actually trade stocks if you have Kuda. And many of these fintech banks in Nigeria, you can actually trade US stocks from them. But again, that's if I want to do US stocks. But if I want to do Nigerian stocks, I will go directly to the I'll go directly to the licensed through the licensed stockbrokers. Yes, Joseph Okechi, thank you for capturing it. The secret of profit is in research. The secret of profit is in research. The secret of profit in financial markets, in fact, in any business, is actually research. And then there are two kinds of researches that you do in stocks, whether it is US stocks, Nigerian stocks, Johannesburg stocks, Ghanaian stocks, whatever. So you have fundamental and then you have technical analysis. Now, it is this research that will do things for you, allow you to plan or to develop your trading strategy, and then also allow you to know the stocks to pick, allow you to know when to buy, when to sell, or when to hold, those three states. It's the research you are doing that will allow you to know when to buy, when to sell, and then when to hold. Like there are many stocks, several stocks I'm looking at now in the Nigerian Stock Exchange. And this is not a good time to buy some of those stocks I'm looking at. There are also some stocks that's a very good time to buy. And it's because of the analysis I have done. And also, the Nigerian stock market seems to have a very interesting cycle. Usually by February, March, when the companies begin to declare their corporate actions, their dividends and all that, the stocks go very, they climb. It's very, very bullish. So I wouldn't be surprised, if Zenith Bank should be about 50 Naira now. I won't be surprised that Zenith Bank by next month and by March, by the time they declare their profits and their dividends, I won't be surprised if Zenith Bank goes to as much as 70 Naira or even 80 Naira. But then what usually happens is that after the dividends are paid, the stock prices tend to start coming down. Okay, the stock prices tend to start coming down. So it is research that will allow you to know the best time to log in. And then if you don't know the best time to buy, and then if you don't know the fundamentals, and then of some of the companies in the US that you are going to start investing in, because you are going to find in NASDAQ over 3,000 companies. In Nigeria, I don't remember how many we have, how many companies, but it's probably under 300. Okay, so somebody can research that and quickly put it in the comment section. So the reason you want to research, the reason you want to understand fundamental and technical analysis, very, very important, is so that you know. Okay, so that you know when to buy, when to hold, when to sell. Because the secret is in succeeding. And then one book I find very, very helpful, okay, is this book. So if you are trading in any kind of financial markets, okay, so this is technical analysis of the financial markets. Technical analysis and understanding the candles, understanding the charts, understanding market structures can help you, whether you're trading stocks or you're trading ETFs or you're trading currency. It's the same thing. Now, based on your analysis, you now trade and invest. And while doing that, you're managing risk. So you are managing your portfolio. You are keeping abreast of the news. It's like what happened recently, in the United States. And then in a day or two, more than $1 trillion was wiped out of the market because of the development of DeepSeek in China. And people are still reacting and responding to all that information. So, and I have to let you know that the US market is much, much more dynamic than the Nigerian stock market. So you really, really have to watch the news. You really, really have to watch the news. A particular innovation that Apple is bringing out, or that Tesla is bringing out, or that Amazon is doing can shoot the stock, by several percentage points in overnight. And then you can catch on it. It's not something, if you're going to trade in the US stocks, one thing I know is that you have to be up and doing in terms of research, in terms of following the news. The good news is that there are tools, there are websites where you easily find this information. Websites like Yahoo Finance, websites like TradingView, or apps like TradingView, websites like apps like investing.com, which I showed us day before yesterday also. You can always watch the replay on YouTube. You can get all this information. There are so many other websites where you can have the news, the financial news delivered to you on a daily basis. And then based on that, you can now make your investments. Okay. So before we go into demonstrating that, does anybody here use Bamboo? Apart from the person on Facebook who says he uses it. Reverend Energy, as far as I know, you haven't joined us on Zoom. Some Tochku says, I saw a company in Abuja around Life Camp answering Bamboo. Not sure if it's the same company. It might be. It might be. Okay. I believe that Bamboo is it's a Nigerian fintech or something. All right, so Kayode, thank you for that information. Kayode says that as at September 12, 2024, the Nigerian Stock Exchange Limited has 151 companies. So you can imagine 151 companies versus over 3,000 in NASDAQ. So you've got to really, really, if you must trade US stocks, you've got to be at it, like literally every day. Okay, More Than Conqueror says Bamboo is a digital sub-broker that routes from a licensed broker. They partner with brokerage firms within and outside Nigeria to provide services to traders who want to trade both foreign and local stocks. Thank you very much, More Than Conqueror, for that information. And then on Facebook, Chiaka says, I've used Bamboo for more than 4 years. So Chiaka, why don't you join us on Zoom? To be nice to hear from someone using Bamboo. Okay, Raven Energy says he's still downloading Zoom. Okay. Also says they also transfer dividends to you when declared. Yes. I don't know who you are talking about. Also, are you giving us information or are you asking a question? Okay. So for the remaining couple of minutes, what I'm going to do right now is to open an account with Bamboo. So the first thing that you will do is to download the Bamboo app. Okay, let me share my iPhone. Okay, share this. Ogbo Pro. This one. All right. Okay. Let me know if you can see my just thumbs up if you can see my screen. If you can see my phone, just thumbs up somewhere. Those of you on Facebook, you will not be able to see this, but you can always look. Can somebody just give me thumbs up? Let me know if you can see my, okay. All right, okay, thank you. Okay, okay, so the first thing is to download Bamboo, which I already did. So if you go to your App Store, I believe if you're using Android, it's basically the same thing. Then you search for Bamboo. Okay, invest, trade, learn. So I believe it's this one. So that's it. Now, because I've already downloaded it, you can see there. There's also RiseVest. I hear about RiseVest. I hear about Trove, but like you've seen from some participants on Facebook and Zoom, Bamboo is very reliable. All right, so because I've already downloaded it, I open it. So this is what I see. Like I said, I've not done this before, so it's an opportunity for us to sort of learn this together. But for those of you who want to start trading US stocks, this is a very, this is an exercise I would like you to do tonight or tomorrow. So now I cannot say sign in because I don't have an account yet. So I click start building wealth. Then it asks you what country. So I can see Nigeria, I can see Ghana, South Africa, Algeria, Angola. So I think this is quite empowering for Africans. Okay, Chad, Comoros, Congo, Democratic Republic of Congo, Republic of the Congo, Cote d'Ivoire. So I believe that most of you, okay, there's Lesotho, because we have someone joining us from Lesotho on Zoom, Malawi, every single country here. So this is fantastic. In fact, I like this. I like this app. So in my case, I would take Nigeria. And then it's asking for my official first name. All right. And because this is going to be available for the whole world, I think I will official last name. Okay, let me say that. Okay, so I put in that. Then my gender is male. My date of birth is December 2nd, 1965. Feel like ancient of days among you young people. Okay, and then my phone number. Actually, I'm not sure I want to put all these details. Okay. Let me use this one. Okay. All right. So let's see what happens. My email address, I believe is that. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, so let me, okay, let me say, let me choose something that, all right. Okay, I don't have a referral code, so I'll say I acknowledge that and continue. So let's see what that happens. Okay, so it actually says that my account already exists. So, so I probably have done this without knowing. All right. So let's log on and see. Now the issue is I don't know what my password was. All right, let's see, Bamboo. Okay, it's not there. So forgot password. 2, 2, 3, 4, 8. Okay. All right, so I think I like this. I like this. I like this. It's really nice. So, because a financial dealing app must be this secure. Oh, let me see if there's any code sent to me yet. Not yet. So let's see when you open, let's see when you open the account, what's next there. And all right, looks like I got something. So let me see. Looks like I got something. 8, 1, 3. Right, let's try. Right, welcome back. Okay, I like the level of security in this app. I think I'm beginning to fall in love with it. Um, Kayode, please. Okay. Enter, enable that. All right. Okay. Secure your account with the transaction PIN. All right. Um, okay, let's do that. All right, that's good. Very good. Okay, so I can see, I think I like this app. I think this session has made me change my mind. Maybe I should start investing in US stocks, just do some little. I don't have to wait until I have $100,000. I really like this. So I can see save in Naira, take our stock market course. That's fantastic. So it's actually learning. Now I like this. I like this idea because remember, I keep telling you that the money in financial market is not in the market. There's money in the market there, but that's not your money. The only money you make in the financial market will come from your applied knowledge of the market. And then you can't have applied knowledge when you don't have the knowledge. So I like that this platform has education. So let's just take a look at what's actually there. Take our stock market course. This is nice. And then to think that you can do all this on your phone. So this is amazing. So at least you can start by opening this account. I think we can end here today. What we can do, another demo would be, by this time I would have I will fund the account, and then I will take a first trade. So I would like you to go the distance I have gone to open it. So everybody download your Bamboo app on your phone and then set up your account. Then what we can go do tomorrow, I'll take some time and actually fund it and buy, and then we can demo it tomorrow. Okay, is that a fair one? So then when you open it, take this course. Take this course, okay, on stock market. I like this. I like this one. Kayode, can you please mute whoever is yeah, okay, thank you. So tell us a little bit about yourself. So you do that, and you do that, take the course, and then let's start from there. In fact, I have a better appreciation for this. Okay, I have a better appreciation for this app right now. The fact that they have included education in it is fantastic. I love, I love this. Okay, I love this. So I think we can end here today. At least we have gone through. Let me stop sharing and then recap. So we have gone through. Okay, so these were the steps. All right. So you see, it's not even as complicated as you might imagine. So clarify your investment goal. Are you going to trade or are you going to invest? Number two, choose a platform. And I have confirmed. I think I approve Bamboo from what I've just seen. Then set up your trading account. That's what we have done. We have done 1, 2, 3. Fund your account. Then research the listings, trade, invest, and then manage your risk. So what we can do tomorrow is everybody set up your trading account. And then those of you in the financial fitness challenge, this is something I'm going to do. We're going to do literally one-on-one. In fact, if you're interested in US stocks, you are going to set it up and I'm going to make you buy your first stock, make your first loss, make your first profit, understand how it is. So set up your account. And then tomorrow we can demonstrate maybe the next step, which is funding your account. And then we can do a little bit of research. Okay. All right. Has this been helpful to somebody? Has this been very, very useful to you? Okay. Type in the chat, type in the comment section, and then I can take 2 or 3 questions. Yes, Bright Benson says it's very practical. Yeah, that's the way I want it to be because there isn't too much money in theory. There isn't too much money in theory. So I believe in doing these things, testing it by myself and then having other people doing it. Very good. Okay, very helpful. Very helpful. All right. So any 1 or 2 questions, raise your hand if you're in Zoom, type it if you're on Facebook, and I can take 2 questions, and then we round it off tonight. Then tomorrow, I'm going to fund my account. I'll put a couple of dollars there, and then I'll be able to demonstrate practically how to do that and how to make it happen. Any question? All right, I don't see any hands up. So it's been very, very practical and yeah, quite an enjoyable experience for me as well. All right, so thank you all from the different parts of the world that you've joined. I'm glad that this is very helpful for you. And whatever happens, everyone, keep showing up. Don't be discouraged. It doesn't matter what your background has been. It doesn't matter what failures you've had in the past. As long as you're breathing, there are opportunities, okay? There are turnaround opportunities for you. So don't be discouraged no matter what it is. Okay, Dr. K is asking what time tomorrow. It's exactly the same time, 8 p.m. tomorrow. It's actually 8 p.m. every day. But if there's reason to change the time, I usually will say that on my Facebook account. I'll tell people if we're moving it back to 7, but tomorrow is also going to be 8 p.m. And so until I see you tomorrow, whatever happens, keep showing up because you have no idea what's coming your way next. Ladies and gentlemen, you have a wonderful evening. Thank you.